there will be a day that your stomach will wilt. Our stomachs will wilt one day, he said to Captain Red. And we will get this great, grand freedom of not having a stomach that cries sometimes, a stomach that cries sometimes. And there will come a day where there won't be any need for sparkling rocks anymore. To stop the stomach from crying, because they have wilted and been returned to the soil, he said to Captain Red. Captain Red was just listening. He said. Well, he said to the Captain Sky. Well, I do remember now. There was a time before I was assigned to Earth. There was a time when I wished I had a stomach, because I was so curious about how the chocolate tastes like, and how delicious every single food will be if the stomach is crying. I wondered how it must have felt like to be met by your favorite dishes after having the stomach cry for days. I looked on Earth and wondered how it must have felt like, how deep the pleasure was of satisfying the cries of the stomach after it has yearned for something that it cannot easily get for such a long period of time. And Captain Sky said, I'm glad you remember. I'm glad you remember, because I thought you've forgotten. You wished for a stomach. You wished for a stomach and for feet. You wished for feet. You wished for hands. You wished for eyes. You wished for eyes. How bad you wished for eyes. Just so you know how beautiful it is to see. You wished for all these things, even though you know that with it comes pain. You still wished for it. They've laid. You've been witnessed, not only that they've laid, they've told you that this is what you'll experience. You've seen it for yourself when you looked on the Earth. It's not very easy to remember freedom when your stomach is crying, Captain Red said. I know, Captain Sky said. I know. It's not very easy. But one day, yes, one day, when the stomach wilts, you will miss how chocolates taste like. you will miss the solutions, the taste of the solutions that we came up with to stop it from crying. And when your stomach wilts, it's not the only thing that goes. Everything will go with it. Your eyes, you have to surrender. You have to surrender your eyes. You have to surrender your skin. You have to surrender your ears as well. And just imagine not being able to hear any single song or seeing any shade of red, of blue, of yellow, of green, or seeing how, just imagine not being able to see how beautiful it is, the eyes of the other human being when the sun sets and it hits it the right way, or how when the sun is behind them, imagine not being able to see how it outlines their hair, how beautiful it is. In Captain Red, was already trying to think about the cost of the freedom that comes with surrendering the stomach to the soil. Yes, it is the most ultimate form of freedom from the earth, but it also means that there's no more being human. There's no more being human. There's no more running, no more friendships, no more seeing sunrise or sunsets, no more chocolates, no more smiles, no more songs, no more singing, no more voice, no more walking barefoot on the ocean waves, no more touching the body of the trees, no more seeing the face of the humans that you care about. No more skin, no more knowing how it feels like to hug the other. No more knowing how it feels like to touch the top of the head of a cat or a dog. That's the cost of the freedom that comes with surrendering one's stomach. Captain Sky on the side of his eyes, he can see a black hole being summoned. Because whenever Captain Red feels something, first feels a certain kind of something, it's as if he lets out a call that pulls a black hole from where it is currently resting in the universe. Captain Sky was already seeing. Captain Red is not noticing this. Captain Sky put his arm on the shoulder of Captain Red. And then he said, "But for now, you have a stomach. And even if it cries sometimes, and even if it takes away your freedom due to its cries, there is something that could be done. There is something that could be done, and we could create a colorful life despite having this thing that hurts or cries every now and then and demands you to sacrifice a huge slice of your freedom. We can do what we can with the slice that's left. We can build from it. We can think, we can plan, we can pass by the island of sparkling rocks and shouting crowns. We can do all sorts of things. We just have to and make the best out of this ship. We just have to find what the strengths of this ship, where its strength is in relation to us and to the ideas that managed or wished to board the same ship as us. With the slice of the freedom that's left after sacrificing some of it because of a crying stomach, we can can buy more freedom with the little slice that we already have now. It's possible to magnify it.